Welcome. We're here for free live tarot readings. How's everybody doing tonight? It's good to see all of you. We are here. We are here indeed. Queen Famous, welcome back. How are you doing? Renee, welcome. What is up? Diane, welcome. Paula, CM, Joe, Well-Tempered Claire, thank you for your donation. Brandon, welcome back. Courtney, Joe's Mystic, Picasso, Martha, and Basharat. How is everybody doing? Before we get started, now CM, you gave me an idea yesterday. You said that the Nine of Pentacles should be a bakery display. Okay, so I'm running with that. I'm running with it. Here's my idea. We have a bakery display of 9 donuts, and then we have Papa Bear over here eating the 9th donut, and then Mama Bear is over here with crossed arms and a bad expression, pretty upset that Papa Bear is eating all of the donuts, eating all of the profits. Anyway, let me know what you think, CM. This is your idea. So I went with the bakery display and all of that stuff. D. Dave, welcome. Tammy, welcome as well. All right, we got 2 in queue already. Well-Tempered Claire, should make my own oracle deck. That is cool. That is very cool. Let's see, who had the donation that wasn't shown? Courtney, what is your question? I'm not really sure. You're thinking of fancy desserts. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. Just call it desserts. Izzy Bear. Speaking of bears, Izzy Bear. What is going on, Izzy Bear? It is a Bear Sunday. We're all barrened. We're all barrened and bare up in here. All right. The first question, we had a leftover from yesterday, which is Ovi wanted to do an online cross-stitch business. Let's see about that. See how that is going to go indeed. Thinking about fancy desserts. We can do fancy desserts. Okay, I can do that. And he's eating the fancy desserts. He's got like a fancy chocolate on his face and stuff. Sunflower at Boo Boo's here. How are you doing, Sunflower? Good to see you. All right, and let's see what is happening. Queen Famous, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, let's see. All right, let's see about the cross-stitch design business. If we're starting a new business, we're looking for Pentacles, mainly looking for a lot of good stuff. 4 of Wands is sort of interesting. The Fool. The good part about this business, Ovi, is that, I mean, indeed, it is the 4 of Wands. It's a home-based business. Since it's online, it's going to be super convenient. The 4 of Wands is a great card for this. It says, being there, doing this, you'll be able to merge it in. You'll be able to stitch it in. You'll be able to stitch it in your normal life. It's not going to be a problem as there. So, you know, it'd be kind of nice with the working from home, doing that stuff at home. The 4 of Wands says you're not going to have any problems. You're going to be pretty good with that. It's going to be pretty great for you. What are we missing here, though? We have like all majors. We have like majors over here in the 4 of Wands. That means it's a major ordeal. In other words, getting it started, getting moving with it, getting sort of the ball rolling and sort of getting, 100% going is sort of very challenging. It just sort of seems like it's challenging to start. And it really shouldn't be. Could that mean that we have some challenges technology wise to where we're trying to get the online presence done? We're sort of confused. We're trying to get a site, or we're trying to get on Etsy. We're not really advertising well. There's not a lot of people coming in. It just seems like a major ordeal over here in order to get that. A nice, convenient, but again, a major ordeal. The Fool says, go ahead and do it. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to go on Etsy. They're not going to charge you like $1 to get started. You know what I mean? 20 cents for a listing. I mean, you're spending like $5 total. Go for it. Get on Etsy and try that out and get sort of that started. Again, the building the customer base is going to be the challenge for you, basically. Temperance says you're able to merge everything well. We already saw that with the comfort zone over here. Hierophant says as well as you have some potential customers that I think you're already searching for and that know you on social media. So you have sort of a jump start to get there. Again, we're missing Pentacles. It just looks like there's not a lot of money in this, but it doesn't hurt to get started. Etsy charge you $5 or something just to get started and put all your listings up, 20 cents a listing. Go for it. I mean, go for it. Online cross design stitch business. I think obviously you have a lot of opportunities as well in social media. Facebook is going to have 10 billion groups, no matter what you're into. Online cross stitch design is probably going to be a bunch of those as well. I know there's like at least 2,000 art groups. I know there's over 100 pencil groups between colored pencil, regular pencil, sketching, and everything like that. Cross-stitch business is going to be the same thing. You can get on there, get your designs out there. People are interested. You have your link. You have your Etsy store up in the, up in your description and whatnot. I think that's going to be pretty good for you. Basically, it says go for it. But again, it doesn't look like a lot of money. If you're trying to retire on this, if this is something you need to retire, they're going to be kind of challenging. Definitely, the sooner you can get started. As they say, the best time to start an online business is last year. The second best time to start an online business is right now. The worst time to start an online business is a year or 2 years from now. You know what I mean? All right. What's new in my life? Courtney wants to know. Courtney, I have no idea where your thing is, but yeah, we'll go for it. Izzy, there we go. Izzy, we got Well-Tempered Claire, Izzy, and Queen Famous in the queue. All right. Well-Tempered Claire wants to know about starting an Oracle deck. Let's see about that. I'm just tempted now. Well-Tempered, let's see, WTC. I'm tempted just to say yes, because I'm going to start posting art tutorials. You're going to be able to do art stuff by my art tutorials very soon. So let's go with it and see how that is going to work out. By the way, this is the infamous Elemental Wisdom Tarot. And CM, I heard you, and I agree that there should be a bird in there. I'm not really sure where to put it, though. Maybe it's a parrot. Could it be a parrot on the Papa Bear's shoulder? Could it be a parrot cage or a bird cage on top of the display, on top of the dessert display? I mean, could be kind of interesting there. Could be indeed. Mina, how are you doing? It's been a minute. How is it going? All right, Mina, I never did remember what the book question was, or what the book thing I was going to share with you was. I have no idea. It just immediately just vanished in my mind. I have so many freaking ideas. So my day consists of about 150 ideas every day. And half of them I don't write down, and the other half I do. Sometimes I'll just end up sketching them out, I end up just making a sketch if it's an art idea. A lot of times I just don't write it down. So it's one of those that just faded away. Sunflower, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right, Courtney, what's new in my life? We got that. A macaw parrot. There you go. All right. Should I make my own Oracle deck? I mean, come on, you've already started. You've already started. You have some designs. I think you have some things drawn up. I think you have some things started. You're warmed up. I mean, you're well warmed up. This is not something that you've been thinking about, not something that you've been putting off. It's something that you already started, but you're trying to have somebody else tell you to go ahead. And I'm going to be that person because Eight of Wands is a movement card. It is a beautiful, bright, sunny action card. And the Ace of Coins says it's going to sell quite well as well. So definitely something to put on a Kickstarter, right? Put on Kickstarter, get that Ace of Coins. Kickstarter is another freebie. It doesn't really cost anything to jam some stuff on there. Ace of Coins says absolutely do it. You have a money maker. Is it going to be something that you're going to be retiring, win the lottery or what? You know, it doesn't really say. Ace of Coins says it's going to be a money maker, though. This is really the money maker card. If you're looking for a new business, a new startup, I want to get something going, I need something. Ace of Coins says we're going to make some cash off of it, which is obviously a bonus. You know what I mean? An Oracle deck is one of those really convenient decks to make, too. You're not contracted out to make 78 cards. You don't have to. All you have to do is how many cards that you're comfortable with. So you can make as many that you like, go with the designs that you like and get that done. Nine of Swords says don't obsess over it though. If you have a nice card, if you have a good card, go with that. Go with that. Don't actually just sort of, worry and obsess and try to become perfectionist with it. If it doesn't look just as amazing as everybody else's, who cares? There's plenty. Dude, there's so many freaking decks on Kickstarter that get like 300-400 backers that are like stick figures. They're literally like stick figures, or it's just like outlines of a card with nothing in it. It doesn't. You don't need to be an artist, right? There's plenty that are just text based, with a free image from Pixabay, and they put text on it. There's plenty of those. You know what I mean? Curly Bob, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. I appreciate that. But yeah, just don't be obsessive with it. Go with your style. Make it it's your deck. Make it your own. Eight of Wands says absolutely positively get it going right away. Death says turn that corner. Get started on it. You can make a card. You can make half a card. You can make a quarter of a card every day. You don't have to do the whole thing in one night. Make a draw like that sketch I made. Make one of them sketches. Just go make one of them sketches. Now you have something to start with. Now you have a beginning. Now your deck is literally created and you are started on your path and your journey. All right. Izzy wants to know about reaching out. Let's see. Curly Buff, let me know what your question is. I appreciate you as always. All right, let's move on to Izzy. Speaking of bears, it's my favorite bear, Izzy Bear. Izzy Bear. All right, let's do IB. Let's just do Bear. Bear wants to know when will he reach out? We need a timeline. Is it going to be soon? Is it going to be later? The Bonefire Tarot will let us know the details. You have already begun indeed. I knew it. Well-tempered Claire, you already started. See, that's the beauty of Kickstarter. And by the way, I'm going to have art tutorials on my channel coming next week. I'm going to teach you how to draw in a digital program that only costs like $30. Or if you do it on the iPad, it costs you $9. It's reasonable. And you own it. You own the software. You can just play with it all day. And I'm going to teach you how to make bears, lions, and tigers. I'm going to teach you how to draw realistic cups. I'm going to teach you how to draw everything in there. Just make it super easy. You can crank out cards easy. All right. When will he reach out? Eight of Coins. It's definitely working on it. Four of Swords is the delay card. Ace of Cups. TZ, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We're going to do Side Hustle on YouTube. There you go. Curly Buff, we got you covered. Thank you so much. All right, let's put that in the text pad. Ace of Cups and the Moon. It's going to be a while, basically. So they've been delaying. There's been a delay that's sort of hanging out, right? It's almost like that there was a bit of a delay. It's almost like that either they don't want to, they're not ready to. They definitely have a delay going on. And let me move this microphone a little bit over. And you sort of see that with the Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords is the delay card. Literally, it's the delay card. And when that is upside down, it means the delay is being lifted. In other words, they're ready to call. They've been delayed. They haven't wanted to do it and all of this other stuff. Sunflower, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. But the Four of Swords reverses the delay is over. It's time for some action. Ace of Cups, though, says that they will reach out, but it's almost like they're reaching out for something different. Like they just have a question for you. They just want to know something, just sort of not really a love thing. An Ace of Cups, when it's not reversed, would be great. I'm reaching out to my bear. I'm reaching out. I want to know how they're doing. I feel that I need them into my life again. I feel that I want to make that connection. That Ace of Cups is really powerful, but it's upside down. It's almost like it's just like a procedural type of thing, right? Hazel, thank you for your donation. Welcome to the stream as well. I appreciate that. The moon says that they get over that, though. This is just a hesitation. It's just a worry. It's almost like that they think that the cloud that was over everything may still be there. They want to get through that. They want to move through that. The moon says they get over that and they get back into day-to-day contact with you. It's not going to be a big problem with that. But the delay is over. I think you're looking at less than a month. The delay is over less than a month, especially with the Eight of Coins. It means that they're working on other things. They're going to put this in the priority queue, and then you are going to be reached out to. Hey, that rhymes. Cool. Let's see what else we got going on. Queen Famous will be a successful chair dancer. Here we go. All right. Let's see about chair dancing. Not sure what chair dancing is. I need to get out more. I mean, that's pretty obvious there. I need to get out more. Not sure what chair dancing. I'm imagining it in my mind, but I'm like, I'm not sure of the procedural aspects of that. Maybe I'll Google it, I mean, in my private time, I might just Google it and find out what exactly is involved. But let's see if you will be successful as a chair dancer. Let's see about that. All right. I'm not sure what chair dancing cards we're going to look for. Not really sure what kind of chair dancing cards there would be. Let's see. There's not, well, chair dancing tarot. That could be in the future. Maybe. All right. See where we're going with the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, if you're looking for involving yourself in something, Ten of Pentacles does mean we're going to make some money with it. Chair dancing does look like the Ten of Pentacles. It looks pretty good as far as money is concerned. Eight of Swords. It's almost like finding a place or finding the host to get this could be a little bit restricted. Three of Swords. I think that you're in for maybe a bit of if this is for just random people, you may be in for a bit of a problem as far as, them getting maybe too aggressive with that. The Three of Swords, the heartbreak card, says they may be a little bit on the aggressive side. You could be the recipient of some of that. So Three of Swords says definitely be careful and watch out for that. Eight of Swords says restrictions. It's like I can't get the places that I want. I can't get started where I want. I can't do the hours that I want. There are some restrictions involved. It's not just sort of a happy thing to where you can just jump in and leap in and everything would be okay, right? Ace of Wands says, if you want to do it, chase your dreams. Ace of Wands is definitely the start a new project card and get it going. So there you go. Pretty cool with that. Ace of Wands says, get it going, get it started. There is some money in it. If you're looking for money, I think the Ten of Pentacles is going to be a fantastic card for you. But overall, it looks all right. A few challenges in the process or in the midst. We may have a few challenges going on there. We have a reading for, Curly Buff. And before Curly Buff, we had a reading for somebody else. Okay, Will Tipper Claire said, and then it was Diane, Queen Famous, Joe's Mystics, Tammy Barnes, Joe's Mystics, reading on Love Life. There was somebody that said that they donated, but it didn't show up. I'm looking, I'm scrolling around. Okay, it's Courtney. What's new in my life? There we go. All right, and we have a thing for Courtney as well. All right, Courtney. Sunshiny Day, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Let's see what is going on. How long will it take to get the new place in order? Let's check that out with with the manga, with the traditional manga tarot, everyone's favorite. I have a soft spot for the manga tarot. I do. I really like the manga tarot. Got to get going with the manga. Got to get the manga action, because if there's no manga, there's no beef. There's no beef. We need beef. We need beef, and the manga tarot delivers that. I do have one more deck before the end of the year, and then I'm going to do my top decks of 2020, and Jesus, there's a lot of them. So I'm not really sure. I'm going to miss, I'm going to miss all the decks that everybody else loves probably, because it is a very subjective type thing there. But I did release a video today, if you didn't see it, on reading pregnancy, so go check that out. Seven of Cups. Ooh, interesting. What is new in your life? I think that you do have more options, but some of those options are not exactly what you need. The Lord of Illusionary Success, right? It's like that we are getting more options. We do have some things. We do have some things sort of hovering around, some things to do, some things planned, some things working out, but some of those aren't long-term workout. Some of those are almost like they're fake. It's like what you see is not what you get. You have some challenges that are behind the curtain, and you haven't encountered those yet. You see that sort of reinforced by the King of Wands. I think that you're sort of grabbing everything and running with it when you see the big opportunities arise. And that's going to be important for you because you're good at doing that. Now, during this process, I think that you end up meeting somebody new, and the somebody new is going to be pretty cool. So let's talk about sort of this love. So we do have these projects. We do have the things that are happening, going on. One of them is a big chase, to where you need to chase something. You feel like, I need to get going on it. It's a one of a kind opportunity, and I need to sort of get started with that. I think during that process, you end up sort of getting either a customer, or you end up getting somebody that helps you, or somebody that has a unique perspective on it. And that person really sort of works out as far as, romance is concerned. Romance, or if you're already in a relationship, could be like a really close contact. You have the Lovers with the Two of Cups. Very, very interesting combo here. Normally, you have these are distinctly separate, and because they are together, that makes an interesting combination. It sort of means that it's somebody that either we've known before or we've met before. It may not be somebody that we see on a regular basis, but definitely somebody that we've encountered before at some time. The Lovers is an older relationship, somebody that we've known, somebody that we're familiar with, somebody sort of going in for that. And then the Two of Cups is like we get a romantic. So it's almost like that it turns romantic, almost accidentally. It could be something where it's just sort of serendipity happening, but we end up getting into some relationship. When you see a combo like this as well, especially next to this, I think we're looking at a fire sign. So it is somebody that does a lot of action, generates a lot of ideas, has a lot of cool things going on, and it's sort of interesting to sort of be in their life a little more. You didn't really know a lot of things about the person. All of a sudden, you sort of get more info, and that is sort of a really fun thing that you get involved with. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. Sort of an accidental meeting, a little bit of a serendipity in our lives is all you really need at the end of the day. All right, we did shared answer, we did that. Now we're going to do curly buff. I got curly buff. Should I do my side hustle on YouTube? YouTube's an interesting place. There is a lot of stuff going on YouTube. You never know quite what you are going to get. Let's use some Tarot in Wonderland. It's been a minute. It has been a minute since we have done it, Tarot in Wonderland, without the lap. I mean, it could be. Maybe, I don't know. Why do we have, what's going on with this? I put these in backwards. I put them in backwards. This calls for a full-on shuffle. Anyway, let's see how that's going to go. All right. These do shuffle pretty well, I got to say. They shuffled nice. Really nice. All right, Tarot in Wonderland, side hustle on YouTube. Get going on the video and the lights and get all decked out with all of that stuff and try to make the best of it. Is YouTube going to be your thing? It could be, quite possibly. We're looking Looking at the Page of Pentacles, it's definitely something where you have to invest in it. I think that you have a great idea, but the implementation of it is a little more than you're expecting. Page of Pentacles says I'm kind of walking in a little raw. You know what I mean? I'm walking in a bit raw. I might not be fully prepared. Might not be fully prepared for what I'm getting into. Page of Pentacles says it looks easy. It seems easy. We're walking in. It doesn't seem that bad. All of a sudden, we get into a situation where we need better lights, and we're spending money on that. We need a better locale. We need something in the background. Now we need lights on us. Now we need some light bouncing stuff. It seems like we need something over and over. It seems we're getting started and getting all that done. Six of Cups says the people that are going to help you with it aren't much of a help. It's almost like that you're watching videos, you're trying to figure out how to organize this out, and you're just having problems. The Six of Cups, it's like we're getting help, we're getting contact with somebody, and they're providing us a little bit of stuff. And what you want to do almost seems like it's a little more complex as you get into it. YouTube is a bit of a bear, no pun intended, for the previous. No pun intended for Izzy or my CM idea over there. But it seems like that YouTube has a bunch of moving parts as well. You got to have a banner up. You got to have links embedded in it. Now you don't know what to put in your description. Now you got to get all that set up. It just seems like it's a little bit of a bear. Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords says get started, but keep your expectations low and take it easy. Don't try to be a PewDiePie, on the first day type thing. Take it easy. Don't try to overwhelm yourself. You don't need a banner on the first day. Just put a video up. See if you can get a thumbnail on it. Thumbnails are more important than ever nowadays, but there you go. A lot of moving parts for it. Again, you're diving into the endless array of things that you need. Now, Swords says go ahead and get started. Don't take up too much. Don't try too much at one time. Queen of Swords, definitely. If you get some negative reactions, or if you get some dislikes, if you get some people making rude comments, that's just social media in general. Don't take it personally. Everybody gets a bit of the business end of the horns. You know what I mean? On YouTube, any social media. All right, TZ. Does Anise have romantic feelings for me? Let's see about that. TZ, welcome. How are you doing tonight? Anise and romance. Is this going to be something? Is it going to be something nice? Let's see about what Anise thinks about that. Let's use some dragons. It has been a hot minute since I've used the Dragon Tarot. I think I still have a button. Yeah, here it is. The Celtic, or otherwise known as the Celtic Dragon Tarot. When's the last time I've used this thing? This is quite the bear. I'm saying bear every 5 minutes. I got bear on the mind because of CM's idea over there. This may turn into like 50% bear tarots. It may turn into half bears. Speaking of which, I have the stupidest idea I've ever had in my life, and I got to do it after the stream. Okay, all right, I got to draw that. Okay. Anise and romance, Tower, Queen of Cups, Two of Wands, and Five of Cups. Do they have romantic feelings for me? They did. At one time, they did. We see that. The Tower into the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very emotional. I think Anise is very sort of a very poignant, thick, emotional person. In other words, when emotions hit her, when emotions hit Anise, really hit them, and they really feel those emotions, and they're really sort of guided by those, and they want to do something with that, right? The Tower says it's very volatile too. When they have an emotional spike, when they feel like they need to get doing something emotionally, when they have sort of this interest in things, it just sort of hits them in a big wave. It's not just a slight wave, it's a big tidal wave. The Queen of Cups says it's a very emotional person indeed. Now, the Two of Wands, they did look at you romantically at some point. This was something in there. We have domain. Domain is very important here because it says, again, we had romantic feelings. We did have something at one point. We had some feelings for that. Five of Cups, we've since moved on. Again, we're looking at waves. We're looking at big waves. So the wave has passed, and it seems like they don't have romantic feelings now. The Five of Cups, they sort of moved on with that. Maybe the wave just hit them. They thought it was interesting. They asked you a few things, and you didn't pass whatever test they had in their head. It could be that they had romantic feelings for you, but they were in with somebody else, and the wave passed. But the wave has definitely passed and moved on. The Five of Cups, the Lord of Disappointment, just says, yeah, things have moved on. Things aren't where that they used to be. The Tower says that the wave has since passed and it has since gone. It has since gone. Sorry about that. Wanted to get some good stuff in there, like Lovers, some Two of Cups, a little Six of Cups action, some Ten of Cups would be fantastic as well. All right, we have a throwdown for a boo-boo. We got a boo-boo throwdown. Let's see about that. Boo-boo thrown. No, boo-boo was not thrown down. We have a boo-boo throw down. There we go. You know, it's one of those that we need a throwdown sound. Let me get my sounds queued up and
time for a tarot throwdown.
Okay, we're going for January or February. January, man, January's right around the freaking corner. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? That is just wild. See, a fancy bakery with a little cafe to sit down, maybe could have a bird, person's shoulder, eating a dessert and a parfait. CM. There is such thing as too complex, and we are looking at very little space. So that's a bit much for a small tarot card. Maybe for a poster, or a print or something that'd be kind of fun. But tarot card, yeah, got to keep it a bit simpler. But I like the ideas. I do like the ideas. Like the storefront, we are going to go for the storefront and see what we're going to do with it. I'll try fancy desserts and see how that goes. I do want to do donuts somewhere. I'm not really sure where to do the donuts, though. Making the donuts. All right, January is up here. February is up here already. What is going to be better? We're starting a project. We have some ideas. We want to get it done. We have a big competition right now. This throwdown is intense. We have the Chariot over here. We have the Lord of Victory and the Chariot. You will be victorious and get your ass moving on it. There's some money to be made. January is looking like the winner here, but the throwdown is not done quite yet because we have the Magician in February, along with you, Ms. Capricorn herself. Capricorn and the Magician. This is tough, especially with Hanged Man. I think Hanged Man's kind of the tiebreaker here. It really is. Hanged Man is a bit of the tiebreaker. Timothy, welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. She, welcome back. And KD, welcome back as well. The Hanged Man is a tiebreaker. The Hanged Man says a different perspective. In other words, it's going to be a little bit different. Blah, thank you for joining me and appreciate your interview question and donation as well. Yeah, the Hanged Man kind of spoils February a little bit. It says that you need to modify a lot in the February. It's like you missed your chance. You know what I mean? Hanged Man into the Devil. You feel like you really missed your chance in February if you wait. You need to get moving. You need to get working on that. That's where the Chariot is really sort of pointing to. The Chariot's pretty intense right here. It knows what it needs. It knows that we got money to be made. The Chariot, get your ass moving. The Lord of Victory, you will be victorious and you will ride into the sunset and make some fat cash. Make some fat cash in January. February's too late, boo-boo. February's really crappy timing. February's crappy timing. You waited too long. Move in January. Hazel, what I need to do to be accepted in the Polygon Company. Well, that's interesting. I guess it's better than the Hexagon Company. I mean, I'm just saying if I were to join a company, it would definitely be a Polygon company. You know what I'm saying? Because polygons make the video games go round. Indeed, Hazel, polygons make the video games go round and round. What do I need to do to be accepted in the Polygon company? I really don't know. I really don't know about myself. See what the tarot says. We're going to use the Tarot of the Divine. The Divine Tarot is going to be nice. By the way, if you're new here, we do have a few new. This is my tarot tower. Link in the description on the video on how to build it. It holds 70 cards. No, this one's 80. It holds, this one's 80. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, 70. This holds 70 decks of cards, and you can build it for only $20 with materials from your local Walmart. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, if you want a tarot tower, this is a place to learn it. This is unique. I've never seen a tarot tower before. I mean, let me know if anybody, other YouTuber, has a tarot tower. Hazel, it's all good. Polygons make the video games go round. Everybody loves polygons. Everybody loves them some polygons. That really, it makes the PS5 possible. Okay. What do I need to do to be accepted? 7 of Cups, they do have a lot of applicants, apparently. You have some competition here. 7 of Cups is about choices. You're looking at all of these different choices, all of these different people that are applying for this. We seem to have a bit of a line. Going on that. CM already did coffee. By the way, CM, you're on my Instagram tomorrow. You will see coffee. You'll see what I did with it. But yeah, we have a line of people sort of lined up trying to get in there. 4 of Swords is interesting. It's like you're being knocked back or you're being pushed back. The 4 of Swords points to a delay. We're not really getting in there. It seems that there's some sort of a thing stopping us. And that's represented by the 5 of Wands against fierce competition or some sort of competition wandering around, though, and just one of those things. But 5 of Wands says we do have a lot of competition. So what can we do to get around that? What can we do to get around that? The 10 of Wands and the 4 of Wands seems to be the key. Now, the 4 of Wands has a lot of different definitions, most of which is sort of sleeping, resting, and delaying. But if you look in a lot of books, it also says planning and plotting and sort of getting in there. What do you need to do? Planning is going to be your key. Planning, sort of taking a break, planning, and looking at what we need to do. And it sort of seems like talking to somebody in there or having an inside contact would be a huge boost to that. So who do you know in there? If we don't know anybody, what do you know about that particular company? What can you sort of use to your advantage? It could be that the company has an opening in 4 different areas, and we want one of the different areas. We could specify, exactly where we wanted to go with that. If they have some must-haves, then we make sure that we have those. But if they have the like-to-haves, then maybe we can go out and sort of get a little bit of practice in that. So in other words, they say we need to learn Lean Agile is going to be one of the like-to-haves. Lean Agile, you can just pick that up on YouTube for free, get a couple of links, learn a little bit about it, and put it on there. So I have some knowledge of Lean Agile, and what can we do to sort of get in there that's going to be a little bit of a boost. So look at the requisition and see how much we can do. And again, if we know somebody there, that's also going to be a huge boost as well. 7 of Cups just says you're just hitting a lot of competition, and sort of getting in there is going to be sort of maybe difficult at some times. But yeah, definitely sort of do a lot of research. The 4 of Swords, again, points to research, points to planning. One of those to where once we start in that process, then it becomes ideas sort of sprout out and it becomes more available. We have more ideas to sort of run from and go with. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. But the 10 of Wands overall says keep going at it. The 10 of Wands is sort of the keep going card. Even though we have a lot of competition, keep sort of moving at it and try. The planning is going to be the key here. It's definitely going to be the key here. So there we go. All right. And if you can get any of those like-to-haves on the resume, those really make the deal. Assuming you have the must-have. So a must-have is going to be a degree, and then, a degree and then a certification, for example. That's a must-have. Likes to have, there's a lot of those likes to haves you can just get online. You literally just Google it, and like Lean Agile, you can just learn that whole damn thing for free. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of things you can just learn for free online. So just get as many like to haves, and so your resume sort of matches not only the must-haves, but the likes to have, and they're going to be like, whoa, this person's exactly the person that we want. Get them in for a thing. Obviously, you're going to go on Google and get the interview questions for these particular skills, so because most managers will go on Google and literally look up the interview questions. If you looked up the same Google site as them, now you have the exact same answers, the exact same interview questions. You have to be startled. You'd be startled at how many managers that I know that just go online and Google for interview questions. Even though they have people, but they'll have people come in that'll help them in the interview, the experts and whatnot. But a lot of times the experts, they can't make it. A lot of times you just get lucky. You literally just get lucky and have that extra skill set. Anyway, will I survive teenagers? Should I survive? Will I survive teenagers? Is that going to be a thing? That's going to be rough. That's an unhinged force that you could be dealing with there. That is for sure. They accept me. They pity me and accept me. Most people won't pity you into a job. Most people need you. Most people need you. So that's why I said, look and see what they have. If you can get in on the ground floor, even if you can't get in there, be making $180,000 a year, whatever you want to make, maybe you can get in on the ground floor and then wander over to that area where everybody's making that money and be like, hey, what you working on? I've seen people do that too. They'll be like, not a recruit, but it'll be like an intern, and they'll go over to the place that they wanted in the first place, and then they'll hang out with those people. And they'll have lunch with them, hang out with them, talk to them, and all of a sudden they know them, and all of a sudden they have all the skills that they need because they sort of, learned the skills from those people, and then they went home and worked on it, and they became an expert at it. I've seen people do that. It depends on how hungry you are, I guess. Anyway, but good luck. So will I survive teenagers? The world tree, it is about health. It is about health, keeping yourself healthy through that. You know what I mean? Like, don't take on too much of this. The tree is about health. You look at Lenormand, all these other systems, the tree, the life tree and all that, the tree of life as well. So it is about health, keeping yourself healthy. Don't take on too much stress. Don't freak out about things. Definitely pick your battles. You know what I mean? Pick your battles. Is it really necessary to go to battle over this one thing that they did? Is that really going to be profitable for you in the long run? You definitely want to pick your battles for that, right? The King of Vessels as well. Don't get too emotionally invested. Teenagers do what teenagers do, and that's the time when everybody's going to be rebellious. They're gonna dislike you for some random reason, but they'll love you later. But teenager, you gotta separate out, become your own person, and you gotta get the parent, and you gotta give them the boot or give them the attitude because you're better than them because you're a teenager and you know everything. So don't take it emotionally. Don't take it too personally there as far as that goes. Two of Vessels, just keep in their life, the gentle connection to where you're not overbearing. You're just there. You're just sort of ready to talk when they want to talk. You just keep in their life. The Two of Vessels, you keep a little bit of a distance, but you just let them know you're there and you're supporting them and all that other stuff. That's all they really need, right? They're just trying to become independent. They need that independence. They need to figure out how to fly on their own, to get out of the nest and take flight and see if they can fly across the street. As long as you don't get hit by a car, it'll be all right. Just take flight. The Nine of Arrows. The Nine of Arrows says, that don't worry too much as well. The Nine of Arrows, don't worry too much. Don't sit up at night being concerned about some minor thing or something. That's just the way it is. We've all been through the teenage years, and oh my, those are fun. I was a bit of a butthole in my teenage years. Okay, no, I was a substantial asshole in my teenage years. Not even a 10%, 20%. I was 90% of one of those in my teenage years. So, you just gotta go with it. So, see, I've recovered since then. I still got a little of that, but enough, not enough for anybody to notice. There you go. All right, D. Dave, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Here's a Jura Hot Mess, youngest 29, Sunflower. Yeah, it's interesting. Joining the company at this point. Hazel, you may want to give it a try. All right, how long will it take to get my new place in order? All right, we're looking for a timeline. What can be a good timeline? We'll go with the Heaven and Earth. Heaven and Earth Tarot. Heaven and Earth Tarot. Let's see about that, if I can find the button. There we go. The Heaven and Earth Tarot. Who wasn't? LOL. Indeed. Hannah, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was a I was a 100% douchebag. There is not even close. I don't know anybody around. So I was like, I was doing nothing but martial arts and weightlifting for so many of those years. Anyway, I caused all kinds of problems. I was quite the problem person. Quite the problem person. I don't know how my mom survived that, but she did. It's all right. It's all good. All right. How long will it take to get my new place in order? Well, now, the King of Cups is sort of an interesting one there. We're working on it. We got the Seven of Pentacles. We're definitely sort of getting the work in on it. I don't think you ever get it in order, quite frankly. We got the Three of Swords. What am I supposed to say here? What am I supposed to say here? Come on. What am I supposed to say? I did the Three of Swords. You never really get it in order. I think that you get it enough in order to where you're not stressed over it anymore. But if you're looking for like just beautiful place like you see on TV, where everything's just perfectly aligned and everything goes in its place and everything, I don't think that's you. I don't really think that that's 100%. I'm not saying that you're messy. I'm just saying that, I don't think your OCD stretches that far that you get, it looks like a TV sitcom or something like that. The three of Swords is maybe never. I think you get it enough though. You know what I mean? The King of Cups says you do sort of get on a binge. I think you do it in a binge way. In other words, all right, this weekend, I'm tired of this crap in this box and I need to get everything out of that particular box and put it someplace. And so you just begin on that process. So you do it in a binge way and let yourself binge. If it takes an entire Saturday to get crap moved around and all of that, the Seven of Swords says, the Seven of Pentacles says it's going to be worthwhile because that effort that you put into it is going to work out. And the Seven really is the let me do the work and it pays off later. That's literally, sort of what the card is looking at. Well, you do have the King and the Queen of Cups, which is interesting. It's almost like that you just get emotional with it and you just go, all right, screw it. I need to just do something with this place. And that's how it goes. Again, we're back to the binging. I don't think it's going to be a bad time. But again, do you get the sitcom to where everything's in order? Do you get like the TV commercial where all the house looks beautiful and everything's aligned up and in the kitchen, there's nothing out except for like one mixers. I don't think that's you. I just don't think that that's you. Let yourself be who you want to be, just binge it when you need to binge it. Will I interview with D? Go ahead and get a job. Well, we have the D question of the day. I didn't expect it to come from blah, but we're going to roll with it. We're going to roll with the one D question of the day because
everybody loves the D.
Let's see. Interview with the D. Let's find out about that. What is a good D interview? We haven't done this in a while. I'm looking for this one. By the way, in case you wonder what this particular deck is, it is the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. There you go. There's nothing wrong. Everybody loves the D. Everybody loves the D. So there's nobody that doesn't love D. Just saying. All right, now we want to get ahead with the D. There's a lot of jokes in that statement, but you asked it. You said you want to get ahead with the D, so we'll do that. We'll roll with it because blah gets what blah needs with the D. I'm just saying now. All right, we're looking for a job. Will I get the interview? Will I go forth? Will I be married and get this particular job? Let's see, blah. Let's see, blah, how that is going to go. Zarita, it has been a hot minute. How are you doing? All right. Oh, the devil says we run into a bit of a difficulty with it. Six of Wands, though, looks pretty successful. Prince of Discs and the Prince of Wands. It's sort of an interesting combo there, isn't it? We have two knights with that. It's almost like that you get a second interview, or maybe this is a second interview. Something is going on with that. But we have two princes, or basically two knights, as we sort of move forward. So we are moving forward along a process. So there you go. We are moving forward along the process. You are successful. We do have the Lord of Victory here. Everybody sort of cheers you on, wants you to be successful. And I think that you are successful in your endeavors. The devil says that there's something holding you back, though. We have something holding you back. Maybe they're not quite ready for blah. Maybe they didn't like the D after all. Something happened, but the devil says we do have a bit of a holdback for it. You are successful and you do move forward. I don't see any pentacles on here, sort of an indication that we sort of get in, move the job. I see a couple of knights, but I don't see any definitive sort of big movement card that I would expect to see that we're moving into that, right? Moving into something, maybe the Four of Wands, we're moving into home. The Hermit is a fantastic card for sort of settling in at the job and whatnot. I just don't see it. I see moving forward with some process, moving along the line. So you're moving along an assembly line, but you are successful in doing that. So basically, there's your reading there. There you go. All right. Oh, man. All right. Let's see. Should I start my own firm and will it lead to a success? Ooh, let's see about that. Should I start my own firm? Diane and Nate talking some martial arts. All right. Oh, what did I study? I studied Tagakaru Ninjutsu, so that was back when the ninja craze was around. I did that for a long ass time. Long time. Actually went to Japan at one point. Went to Taikais. I was pretty into that stuff. K-Dub, what is going on? Good to see you. All right, let's see how this is going to go here. Starting our own firm. Hopefully we get some pentacles. We really need some pentacles. We're kind of light on the pentacles today. It is a bit of light on the pentacles. Ninja Turtles. No, not Ninja Turtles. I saw some weird crap in that experience. I can tell you that for sure. Like I went to a bunch of, man, I paid a lot of money going to these classes. Anyway, they had these lectures about like actual sword fighting and stuff like that. And I went to a lot of those. It's interesting, the actual sword fighting, you don't really use the whole sword like you see on the movies. You use the last 6 inches of the sword. Yeah, I know, insert joke here. But basically, you just cut their hand, and the minute you use the last 6 inches of the sword, and you just end up getting and cutting their hand. If you get that cut, it's it. Like their hand just comes off. And then you win. So basically, it's just like back and forth and a bunch of tries back and forth and stuff like that. It looked nothing like you see on the movies at all. So pretty interesting stuff. All right. Starting my own firm. Do we have pentacles? Do we have some success? Do the Lovers and the Two of Wands. It says be very careful. Be very cautious. The Two of Wands is a cautious thing, especially next to the Lovers. I think that you have some ideas, some opportunities that are coming up. I think that they could be profitable, but they need to be planned out. They need to be, you need to have help, basically. You need to have sort of everything lined up perfectly in order for it to work. Lining up perfectly will take research, and it will take a lot of different things moving at once. The Lover says overall, the partner, the people that you associate with are going to be your key components here. Finding a bad partner in a firm, getting somebody that's helping you, getting an employee, getting something like that, that's going to be a burden. It's definitely going to weigh it down and not make it nice at all. Not make it nice at all. But the Two of Wands sort of says you need to do the precise planning in order to get that done and get it done correctly. Again, who you associate with is going to be critical here. The wrong person associating with it is going to be terrible. And the Ten of Swords points to that. You have a high risk here of losing money. You have a high risk of getting somebody that either embezzles something, steals from you, or something like that. The Ten of Swords says we definitely want to be cautious of that, because I think that you have a solid idea. We have a solid thing to move forward with, but you're going to need help, and that help is going to be hard to come by, especially somebody that's going to be reliable on anything like that. If you have a friend, family member, something like that can help out, that is more trustworthy, then I think that's going to be pretty good with that. Seven of Wands says overall, it is an uphill climb. We got to get up this hill, and it's going to be a little bit on the difficult range, but then, overall at the end of the day, that's going to be all right. By the way, In my drawing course that I have coming up on the channel, I'm going to teach you how to do this particular style. So in case you're wondering, like, how would you make something similar in the same vein, then I'll teach you sort of how to make something similar like that. So this looks like Illustrator. It looks like a vector-based. So we'll sort of touch on that. We'll make it a challenge to maybe reproduce the style, change it up a lot, obviously, but reproduce the general style. Anyway, it'll be kind of fun. All right, D-Day. Will it be lasting with PC and I? You should have went with a Mac. I'm just saying, D-Day, you should have went with a Mac. All right. PC and I, if you went with a Mac, it would have been better. But the PC, I'm telling you, PC is going to get some viruses. PC is prone to viruses. You should have gone with the Mac, spoiler alert, but that's okay. That's all right. We learn. And the PC may have some incompatible drivers as well. A Mac, you don't have to download any drivers. Normally the Mac will just figure it out and get those drivers going. There you go. Been 12 years. The PC, I'm assuming the PC, you upgraded at least the video card in that PC, right? After 12 years, I've never kept a PC for 12 years. Normally, you're going to need a new video card, a minimum after 12 years. Maybe a little more extra memory in there, clean out the viruses from PC, see if that's going to be a thing. But yeah. All right, PC and I is going to be working out. Will it be lasting? Will it be long lasting? Well, sounds like at 12 years, that's plenty lasting for me. I think 12 years definitely means that it's pretty successful there. You see that with the Six of Cups. I think we've moved beyond just the formalities and everything. The Six of Cups, we made a connection. It is there. We have it going there. The Queen of Wands, I think PC really completes you. You know what I mean? I think PC completes you. They're able to do things that you can't do. You're able to do things they can't do. I think we've sort of figured out what our weaknesses are and our strengths are. So this obviously master of the obvious here from this time span. But yeah, I think we figured out what our strengths or weaknesses are. You really sort of complete each other in a lot of ways. When they're not around, you feel like they're not around. You feel like that some things I can't get done. I'm challenged on doing some variety of stuff. But yeah, it just feels sort of weird with that. It feels weird when they're not around. And that's where we get into the Lovers. I think the Lovers says that it is something that is lasting. It is something that's going to be long-term. Is it going to be perfect all the time? Is it just going to be this smooth road with no bumps in it, no problems and all this other stuff? I don't think that's going to be the case, but there you go. The Four of Wands, yeah, the home front is the problem. The home front is the problem. It's almost like we need a little time away, or so they say, from each other. Like the Chicago song. Like the Chicago song, D-Day. Seems like we need a little time away. We have the beautiful home card where we're home and we're relaxed together. We're awesome and we're there. And it feels like that's upside down. We can't really... being around each other too long is a problem. That's a problem. We need a little bit. Cornucopia. That's interesting. Yeah, she loves the spice. Indeed, she does. Getting around this person for a long period of time just makes life go poorly sometimes. It just does. The Lovers, though, you're destined to be together. You're destined to be together. It's one of the things the Lovers says the right. The Six of Cups, we know each other's weakness. We feel weird when we're not around. We're going to be around again. Yeah, it's one of those things. You just got to sort of deal with the highs and lows and understand that's how it's going to go. A cornucopia. I'm pretty committed. All right. We got Hannah is next. Okay, here's my ideas for the cards. All right. I'm really leaning towards the donut. I'm going to try fancy desserts. I'm leaning towards the donuts. See them. We're going to see. See them. All right. Here's my other one. Here is the Ace of Wands. Will be a large Pringles can with a dog trying to get to a cat, and the cat is on the Pringles can. So that is that one. That is the Ace of Wands. And I have one last one. This is tomorrow's. It is the Hierophant. It is frog legs. So we have a frog with a Pope's robe and a Bible and his legs are showing, and he's on a lily pad. And on the bottom here are a bunch of bald frogs, you know, sort of cheering him on and listening to the sermon or whatever he's doing. So that's going to be the Hierophant. This is tomorrow's card. That's going to be the Hierophant. Anyway, there we go. There's what we got. Man, I'm leaning to donuts. I'm leaning towards donuts. I see him. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try the fancy desserts. I'm going to try it. I'm leaning donuts. I got to put donuts in there somewhere. Maybe it's the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe. I don't know. If it's Pentacles, it's round. I mean, I'm really thinking round at this point because somebody complained yesterday because I said cookies for the Seven of Swords, and they said that's round. It should be Pentacles. So I'm thinking round for all the Pentacles. Do I get involved in family mess? Do I get involved in family mess, or do I want to sneak out of that and not get in that? We're ending soon, by the way. It has been fun. It has indeed been fun. Let's see about the family mess. You know, if we're going to make a mess, let's get the This Might Hurt Tarot as well. By the way, This Might Hurt Tarot is also done in vector graphics, I do believe. So when you learn the class that I'm going to be teaching soon, then you can do stuff like this as well with the vector stuff. I'll teach you with the gradients, how to do the gradients, how to do the vector stuff, how to fill it all in and do all of that stuff. Happy birthday indeed. All right. This is super fun. It is. Reese's Peanut. Tammy wins the internet. All right, Tammy, you win the internet. Reese's Peanut Butter. Tammy wins the... Okay, literally, Tammy just won the internet. Tammy, you win. Tammy, that is the best idea I've ever heard in my life. You are amazing. Okay, so Tammy, you're teasing me. You're teasing me now. Tammy, what card should the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups be in? What card? It's got to be a pentacle because it's round. We learned that rule last night when everybody started yelling at me for making the Seven of Swords round. So we got it. It needs to be a pentacle. What do you think? Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Maybe the Six of Pentacles? I don't know. Something with a peanut butter? Somebody stuck in the peanut butter? I don't know. With those pies. Yeah, the pies work. That'd be good. All the food is round. The entire food of America and the world seems to be round. Pentacles is not going to be a problem. Swords, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a big problem. All right. Do I get involved in the family mess? This Might Hurt Tarot. This Might Hurt Tarot. It says stay the hell away is what it says. It says stay away as far as you can. Stay as far away as you can. We got two cups bookending this. This is something that if you step into this, you are going to get crushed by somebody. They're just going to, why not chips? I already have chips. I got chips on the Ace of Wands. KD, you missed that one. Wait a minute, KD, and we'll get to that. Queen of Cups, Ace of Cups says if you get involved in this, you're going to feel the wrath of the Queen of Swords. This is Cruella de Vil. We all know Cruella de Vil. Cruella de Vil is waiting on this. If they see you get involved, if they see you walk in there, it's going to be kind of a problem. It's going to be a bit of a problem. The moon says that you're emotionally involved in it, whether you want to be or not. I mean, you're emotionally involved in it, obviously, whether you want to be or not. You got to sort of move into that. But the moon says that you need to keep going the way you're doing. This is a cycles card. It means keep doing what you're doing. Don't step into it. The Queen of Swords is waiting on you. Cruella de Vil has this knife, and she's going to use it. It seems that she is not going to be happy at all if you step into this mess. Queen of Cups, yeah, it is emotional. You are tempted. You are really leaning towards it. Ace of Cups says avoid it at all costs. So no, you want to stay, Hannah, you want to stay far, far away. Just like Star Wars is a galaxy far, far away. You want to stay far, far away. Pretzels and Twizzler sticks. I love it. I love it. KD, you missed it. KD, you missed it. KD, here Here, KD, is the Pringles can. This is the chips. This is my chips. So we have grass. We have a dog trying to get to the cat. The cat is sitting on the Pringles can. The dog can't get to the cat. The cat's looking at us like the dog's never going to reach me. So there you go. That is my chips. That's going to be my potato chips in the Pringles can. Anyway, that's the Ace of Wands. This is a holdout from another deck that I started that I never finished. So a few of these are holdouts from that. Anyway, thank you so much for being here tonight. I appreciate you. And if you're new, I'm here every single night. So come back tomorrow and we will see you then.
A collision of decisions whirling in my heart, and my vision, a rescission, has never been this hard. I got wasted when I tasted the sweetness of your lips. We're not ready, we're unsteady, I'm stuck inside your grip. I'm going down, down, down like a waterfall. You're keeping the smiles apart. You got me down, down, down like a waterfall. You know just how to restrain a heart. The question of obsession has never been this close. And the matter if I'd rather just lock myself indoors. Unrighteous, this virus